everybody, and welcome to another wonderful, fun-filled episode of the Concealed Taco Dudes podcast. Episode 69, dude.
69! Who do we got today?
Well, I think we should start off by welcoming our evil overlords, President Harris and Biden. Biden's there, too.
We have a voice that people are unfamiliar with.
They don't care. Hi, guys.
Carl.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
It's been a while. He's a busy man. He lives far away. It's been a while.
Yes.
We're recording remotely, so the audio may be a little bit off, but that's how Carl is joining us. So
yes,
glad you could make it.
I don't think
Stan's trying to join.
I was going to say I don't think the reason we are doing remote recording was because of Carl. I think it was because of you, Jason.
Yeah, someone's in quarantine.
Somebody's in quarantine.
Mark's in quarantine too.
Yeah, but he's
on the road traveling also. I'm not sure how that works.
He's quarantined on the road.
He's quarantined in his car.
Yeah.
So, and Stan has tried several times to join us unsuccessfully.
Which is hilarious, because once again, the game of charades, Stan, we got video, but not the audio.
Turn on your microphone. and why is his name Velvet?
And Stan, he's also talking into the wrong end of the receiver. Like, Stan, that's an old-fashioned phone that doesn't connect to these. That's a rotary phone. It doesn't work.
Yeah, he's trying to call in with the wrong phone.
Yeah, I mean, he's holding his phone and the old 80s rotary phone, but it was adorable. We all went, "Aw." Totally
Under
worth
the
it.
Circumstances, our show's going to be a little different. We're going to break from our traditional format.
That's beside the point, though. Isn't there any sponsors that we start with? It's been a while. I've forgotten how this works.
Yes.
That's a segue, by the way.
I was just getting to that when you interrupted. It was going to be perfectly in
I was helping.
Oh.
I was helping.
Uh-huh. So, let's hit a few sponsors. Who should we start with? Let's start with NOE Bullet Molds. Check out NOE Bullet Molds at noebulletmolds.com for the ultimate in bullet casting and reloading paraphernalia, right?
I'm sure no one's had a reason to reload lately.
Yeah. I was going to say I got a bunch of reloading done, and I was doing some casting with that 195 grain NOE bullet mold.
Yeah.
And did some 38s. You can see them right there. Whoa, yeah, look at that.
Beautiful.
These ones actually come out to about
for the listeners, yep.
Yeah, 202 grains for a hollow point bullet for the 38 special, designed to expand at low velocities in a snubby.
Have you tested them yet?
Yeah.
In gel or anything like that?
Not yet. I was just working up the load, and now I'm ready to test them shoot them into gel and do the video on that. But outside, it's all Christmassy right now.
Yeah, very snowy where we are.
So I don't know. I'll have to wait for it to warm up, or maybe I'll go beg Justin at Utah Air Guns to let me use his range before he takes it down.
To scatter gel all over it?
Well, the gel doesn't. It's some crazy stuff.
I thought it melted when it got hot.
Well, you have to get it really hot to melt it. But it's almost like this clear rubber. And so it's not like pieces go flying. Like when you want to get the bullets out, you have to take your knife and it's like cutting rubber. It's weird. So, anyways, yeah.
Okay.
So I need to do the gel test, but I don't know if it's, how accurate or whatever it'd be doing it in the cold weather, because the gel properties probably change in the cold weather. But
that's probably true.
But I still want to do it and still want to see what these things do. Yeah. So I powder coated some of them, and then I did some A-locks, the tumble lube, like a traditional tumble lube on some of them, because I want to see which ones, if there's any difference between powder coating and traditional lube on bullet expansion. So anyways, noebulletmolds.com. Check them out for the best bullet molds and use coupon code FLT001, and it should save you 10%.
Yep. Also, Tackware, tackware.com. I'm heading over there this week to get me some flashlights.
Oh, nice.
Those, the TW100, their little tiny one.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect Christmas gifts. and they're very reasonably priced.
How much do they cost?
I want to say they're like $30.
$30?
I think so. I don't know for sure what the retail is on them. But if you go to tackware.com, you can find out for yourself.
So it's kind of a perfect stocking stuffer, isn't it?
It is, because everybody needs a little tiny flashlight. We've all got the bigger ones. We never carry them. They're never around. They're maybe in the glove box. That's about as close as you get to them. But anyway, check out Tackware, tackware.com. Use the code TACO10. Save you 10% off your order. Your turn, Taco.
Okay. Utah Air Guns. Utah Air Guns, the sellers of the finest air guns on earth.
I was there this week.
The best service. I was going to say, Utah Air Guns has the best service. They help you tune your guns. They have a good range and super helpful guys.
Yeah. I took a group down there this week from our church group. A bunch of the 11, 12-year-old boys. We went down there and they hooked us up, man. Set them up with guns, and they shot for about an hour, had a blast. They've got a new gun that I'm seriously considering.
Is it a bullpup?
Yes.
Is it the one made in the Czech Republic?
Yes, the Cayman.
It's hanging up on the left side?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I shot one. Super nice. Super good shooting gun. I mean, as far as the way it's shot and everything, just as nice as the FX Wildcat that I have. The thing I do like better about this one is it's completely ambidextrous. You can flip the charge handle to the other side. The magazine capacity is a little smaller, but the magazine doesn't stick out as far, so I could shoot it from the left without having any interference with the magazine, which is a problem with the Wildcat for me.
Nice.
It's not as attractive. But here's the thing. It's so ugly, it's kind of cool. Does that make sense?
I didn't think it was that ugly. They have a couple different models. They have a black one. They had like a green stock one.
The laminated wood stock one, the green one.
Yeah.
It's almost like holding a 2x4, but I like it.
I will say it is kind of blocky, but it's also compact.
It's super compact.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's weird to say it's blocky and compact. It just doesn't have the nice curves, but anyways, that one's a cool one.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about that one. But anyway, check out Utah Air Guns at utahairguns.com. Use the code AIRCANDY. You're going to get free shipping and turret stickers for your scope.
Nice.
So, a ton of value.
Right. Concealment Solutions.
Concealment Solutions still giving away free wallets with every order over $50 right now.
Oh, nice.
So, and it's how long is it going to last? As long as the wallets last. And I might make a few more as we go, but yeah, probably at least another week. But,
okay, I think my buddy Riley, the one who was on for the back-to-back episodes,
yeah,
I think he's looking for a new holster.
Okay,
he just bought a Glock 19, so I'll have to send him your way.
I actually have a Glock 19 for a Cobra outside the waist, sitting on my bench right now. Tell them to call me. I'll take care of it.
Will do.
But use the code SHOWMETHECANDY. That'll knock about 15% off your order. And if you spend $50, you're going to get a free wallet on top of it.
Oh, nice.
If you spend $100, you get free shipping and a free wallet. How am I staying in business? Check out Concealment Solutions at concealmentsolutions.com.
Okay, Magholder. Magholder.com. What's the coupon code for magholder.com?
Get in the van, I have candy.
All right. I think there's another coupon code you could try too. It's finally.
Finally.
Yes.
I think they're all the same as far as the discount amount. But yeah. And then we also have
Black Ice.
Black Ice Coatings.
We're all like falling asleep here. Yeah, blackicecoatings.com. Use coupon code SLICKERY to save something if you're lucky. But blackicecoatings.com, Lee over there, he does really good work. He does the hydro dipping, the water transfers, the Teflon coating, and Cerakoting, and he does a really good job at all of those. I've been debating on sending in one of my lever actions to see,
Oh, cool.
Just Teflon coat the whole
That
thing.
would be neat.
Yeah.
But
he's got grandma's AR right now. It's getting hydro dipped and Teflon coated.
You'll have to take some pictures of that and show us.
For sure I will.
When that's done.
It's going to look awesome. It's going to look awesome. So for sure, we will have pictures of that. Who else? Did we miss anybody? Probably. That's okay. Let's move on.
Okay.
Enough with the sponsors. We got them out of the way. Let's get rolling. Let's jump into what we did with guns. We're going to skip listener feedback and news today. We're a little short on time, and we want to talk about the election and stuff. But we ought to talk about what we did with guns. Carl, why don't you start?
I've finally built a wall dividing the bedroom from this is downstairs for the new man cave.
Oh.
So I will be assembling all of my reloaders finally, taking them out of storage. Got that. I've been looking, although it's on pause because it's outrageously priced. Did
you just say outrageously?
Outrageously.
Outrageously.
Yes. As Stan was, I know say outrageously. I've been shopping for a gun, but I'm not paying that much. I'll wait till everything calms down a little bit, and then
Do you think that's going to happen anytime soon?
Yeah, and we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Coming here. Yeah.
Which gun are you looking for?
The PS90.
Okay.
Yeah, going back to that.
I think you waited too long, man.
I think you did too.
I don't know. I don't think so. I'll explain, but
okay.
When we get to that part, yeah, help some friends out for some reason. Gave away some guns, so I've got to restock up on my supply. The kindness is over. How's that?
Yeah, there you go. You're on your own now, buddy.
Yeah, now I'm like, okay, yeah, this is ridiculous. I need to get my stuff back yet. Just get back up to where I was before I moved.
Yeah. Have you found all your guns?
I might be missing 2. I know where they are. It's just I can't find the key to where I locked it in it's a fiberglass chest, and I don't want to cut it open on the latch, but I know they're in there. So I'm just like, okay,
you
fine.
Know where the
I'm just
guns
gonna
are.
take
You just don't know where the key is to get to them.
Yeah, well, and it's just those 2. So I'm just gonna cut the fiberglass part because I don't need to lock it up anymore. It's just a fiberglass box that's all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just going to cut that and I'll get them.
Nice.
So that it was funny because I've been going, I don't know where they are. Where is my stuff? And yeah, found the other ones rolled up in socks.
Yeah, where else?
Nice.
Well, I had to protect them,
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. I'll go next, I guess. I took a few of those boys shooting over at E-Tire Guns. That was a good time there. As far as shooting goes, that's about all I did. I did sell that Canic that I bought a few weeks ago. TP9.
How much did you sell for?
I got $460 for it. So it was, I had one guy, I had it listed at $500, which was about $90 more than what most people were selling them for a few weeks ago. And it drives me nuts. So I get a guy texts me and says, how come so much? I can get one at such and such a place for $409. And he sends me a picture of their online store or whatever. And I just texted him back and I said, well, the way I look at it, in a couple of weeks, it might be a whole lot more than that. So if you can get one for $409, why are you bothering me? Just go get it. Because I know nobody had them in stock. And the week I sold it, one of the shops just got some in. They got like one of each model, and they were all $100 more than they were 2 weeks earlier. So the guy I sold it to, dairy farmer from down south, was grateful to get. He says, I've been looking for one of these. Nobody's got them, and they're more expensive. And so he was happy to pay it, and I was happy to sell it to him. So,
yeah,
am I gouging people? I think it was a fair market price for the gun, even if it was more than I paid for it. So
yeah, well, it's funny because like when people will say, I can get it this cheap, at this place, I always tell them, oh, awesome, you should do that. Go do that. And then they're like, and
if you could actually do that, you wouldn't be bothering me. You're bothering me because you looked at their ad online and their advertised price, but they don't have any in stock to sell you at that price. So you're just trying to bring my price down by bugging me. And yeah, I'm the same way. It's like, that's awesome. If you can get one for that price, go do it. You're not hurting
but
my
remember,
feelings.
you're forgetting you are in the land of the cheapskates.
It's true.
If
That
you've
is
been
true.
to a Friends of the NRA banquet at all out here, you know the cheapest people in the world.
Yeah.
Cheapskates.
It's true. But anyway, that's what I did.
I thought I saw Stan there for a second.
It's velvet, not Stan. It's velvet. Oh, and his audio's on.
It's the voice. Yeah. So you guys have no idea the sacrifice I've made to get on this. I have become a techno genius. New phone, and our Wi-Fi died. The phone died. Had to get a new phone, and I, for some reason, couldn't get this blue parrot to pair up, which I need. It's critical to use in my job. So I'm here finally, but I got it. Ta-da!
Stan, did you try turning it off and on again?
First thing I did, multiple times. Yeah, that's the funniest thing. I took my phone in, Carl, Friday, into the T-Mobile store, and he goes, "Well, have you tried turning it off and turning it on again?" And I'm like, "I'll beat you with a stick." So, yeah, I did, and that's why I'm coming in to talk to you. Funny thing is, 3 different technicians had no clue. They're talking heads is all they are. They don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
So
20 years old too.
Say what?
So Stan, what?
And they're all 20 years old, and yeah.
Yeah, pimple-faced little prepubescent T-Mobile guys. Now they're probably 35 with kids, but that's what they look like. But never fear, the glass is half full. I have a new phone, and it's working as far as I know.
Stan finally has the iPhone 2.
I got the iPhone 12.
Oh, he went new.
Paid cash.
Ooh.
I paid cash. No.
High roller.
Why does it say velvet? No, it's an LG 5. It's the cheapest LG I could get, and it's called the Velvet.
I like Stan goes, "Oh yeah, spared no expense. Paid cash."
Hey, you know what?
Well, Stan,
this should do what I need. What?
We're in the middle of what we did with guns. Carl and I have had our turns. Would you like to have your turn?
Well, yes. My phone has been ringing off the hook. Hey, do you have any bullets? Hey, do you have any ammo? Hey, do you have any primers? Hey, can you do this? I just ordered an AR-15 from my little brother. Had a nephew come out from Duchesne, and I showed them both how to start reloading. That's what I've been doing all day today. I've done nothing else but worked with guns and people trying to get primers and bullets and powder and this. And
Nice.
son-in-law's starting to load 223, so I set him up with stuff too. And I can't believe it. I mean, they're coming out of the woodwork.
I have had fun with people lately going, I can't get any primers. I'm like, I guess I've only got like 42,000 primers on me. At least that I have access to. The rest are kind of buried. They'll just kind of look at you like, really? Yeah, don't you have that? Didn't you save up from the last time?
Yeah. In fact, Logan from work.
Yeah.
I'm going to take him 3,000 projectiles. I guess there's a reloading place in Heber. I forget the name of it. He's got like 5,000 on order. They don't have primers. So I'm going to give him 3,000. He'll drive them into the place. They'll deduct the primers from the cost of his ammo and load him up.
Wow.
And load his stuff
Nice.
up for him. And he's going to pay me an ammo. Yeah. So he said, sweet, what do I owe you? Jason, you talking about, I got my primers for a lot less a while ago.
Yeah.
But they're like $33, $35 $1,000 now. And that's what I'm selling them for.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I could have got them before. Yes, you could have. But right now, the price is.
If you had to replace those right now, you'd be paying a whole lot more for them. So.
Well,
exactly.
The small pistol primers you can't find.
Yeah.
No. Well, there's no such thing as gouging. I'm sorry. The price is what the market will bear. We live in an economy. It's someone was smart and bought primers when they could. It's called. You see, guys. There's this parable of the chicken and the sky, falling and the and if you don't.
One.
Is that not the one?
It's the one. Well,
I remember my mom used to tell me
always.
No, never. Yeah, that's it. But you buy them when they're available, and if you don't have them, then you pay what the price is. What price is what the market will bear. Period.
All right, Taco, what did you do?
So I've been doing a lot of like what Stan was saying. I've been helping people get into casting bullets and reloading. And so I've been helping some friends get started with that. I've also been doing a ton of 223 reloading, and I've been doing that on that fancy blue Dylan right there. And the cool thing is I have my son who's able to do some of the work, so I can just say, hey, resize this whole pile of brass, and I'm going to work on the 38 specials right now. And so
that's why we have children.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And so he was
son-in-laws.
Son-in-laws. Yeah, you have to have a daughter old enough to get married. Do you have a son-in-law?
Yes, exactly.
But in the meantime, the son, he does a pretty good job, and he helps me trim the brass, like do all the stuff I hate doing. So cool. Yeah, so I did a bunch of 223. I did those 38 specials with those big fat hollow points, and those are going to be really cool. I cast those with a really soft alloy. I went 50% pure and then 50% stained glass window scrap. So it's almost like 100% pure with a little bit of tin. And so it's really, really soft, but the tin helps with the fill out of the mold, so you don't get those, kind of wrinkles in the bullets. So I need to test some of those in gel and milk jugs and stuff and see how they expand and what they do. But I've finalized with a load of 4.4 grains of unique for that. So
cool.
And I think that kicks it out at about 633 feet per second out of my snub nose. And then out of a lever action, then you gain like 300 feet per second. Wow. So it was kicking them out at about 933 feet per second, I believe. Kind of crazy.
How long is the barrel?
On the snubby or on the lever action? Lever action is about 16 and a half. It's that Marlin 1894 CST, the stainless one.
Yeah. Speaking of lever actions, I got a new lever action too.
What'd you get?
What? You found somebody that had one?
No, I found somebody that would fix one that I screwed up.
Oh, you got your little Rossi back?
The 20-inch barrel has been
cut to 18?
Neutered. Let's say it's a 16 now.
Okay.
Yeah, circumcised?
It's a 16-inch. It's been circumcised. It's still it just breaks my heart, but because I love the 20-inch barrel.
16 is fun though, man.
It looks cool. I mean, it really does. And I took it out and it shoots just as good as the other one did, as near as I can tell.
Before you blew up the barrel.
Before I blew up the barrel.
Just remember, Stan, one bullet at a time.
Yes, but also science. Okay, science. I did that so that you guys won't have to.
Because you're a giver. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing us that.
Because I care.
So here's another thing I did. It's kind of heavy. Let me pull it up so you guys can see. Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Is that an AR-10?
It's an AR-10 with a very long bull barrel from Excalibur.
So it's not circumcised.
This one is not circumcised. This one has everything still attached. So this one I built with a Odin Works, the the adjustable gas block, because I think with the 22 Creedmoor, you pretty much have to use an adjustable gas block, and it's the rifle +2 gas length. So I couldn't find a rifle +2 gas tube like anywhere locally around here, except you guys remember Jim Cannon?
Yep.
From Next Shot Precision.
Yeah.
And so I called him up. I was like, hey, man, do you got a rifle +2 gas tube? And he's like, yeah. So I went over and picked it up.
Nice.
So anyways, I finally,
22 Creed?
Yeah, this is a 22 Creedmoor. Finally finished the build on this one, and it's ready to, go take it out, shoot it, and work on figure out the gas settings on it to see which settings are the best. And I picked up this guy.
Now, Odin, if I might interrupt you, Odin Works, does it have the? Can you turn it off completely? Is it they call them adjustable, or what's the other term? Fully adjustable or not? I guess is the Odin Works full? I mean, you can turn it actually off.
Is that the technical term? Turn it on or not?
Hey, you don't know what it is either. So you stay out of this, Carl.
I'm not even pretending. I'm just like, okay.
No, because I've gone through the same thing with my 308s. I mean, they're fully adjustable
or not,
where you can actually turn it completely off, or some of them will just tune. Let's say they're tunable, not adjustable. That's the term.
Yeah, I think this one goes all the way off, and it's kind of cool because it has a little spring and a detent, so that as you turn it, the gas adjustment screw, then it kind of locks in place, and it's kind of like you know when you're using a really good scope, and you feel those clicks really good. This has a spring and detent, and so yeah, it's pretty nice. Oh, I can't remember. I think it might have been Gunnys, but
okay. Yeah, I think I've seen the Odenworks at Gunnys, but that may or may not have been the one. Speaking of which, today or yesterday was Gunnys' biggest sale. Wyatt told my brother, he's related to him, biggest sale they've ever had in 35 years. They've been selling over 1,000 guns a day.
Oh
yeah, everyone's freaking out.
Huh.
Yeah, it's incredible. So what do you got there in your hand?
So then I also picked up this. This is the Marlin 44 mag Dark.
Cool.
And it's kind of cool. It has that little paracord sling.
Is that a lever gun with a rail?
Yes. Yeah. And
scary and tactical.
And it's got a threaded barrel.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And it is got a 10 twist barrel. So the normal ones, I think traditionally Marlin has used a 1 in 38 twist barrel for 44 mag, and this one has a 1 in 10. That is a crazy difference, 1 in 10 to 1 in 38.
So tell everybody why you wanted that instead of the other. Why did you want the 10 twist?
Well, a couple different things. This one is threaded, so you can put a suppressor on it.
Right.
And usually when you suppress guns, it's kind of fun to shoot subsonics. Right. And before I bought this, I wanted to make sure that it had a proper twist to stabilize the bullet I was buying it for. I picked up that one NOE 400 grain bullet mold.
Okay.
And I bought this so I could shoot that bullet.
Okay.
400 grain bullet?
Yeah, in the 44 mag, which is
holy
crazy.
Crap.
So I'm going to be, yeah, it's almost like shooting a 45-70 in a short 44 mag case. It's pretty impressive. Wow. So I'm going to.
When are you going to test these? I want to be there. I want to see I'm on vacation for Thanksgiving. Taco.
No, the week before. The week before.
The week before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have to do some testing on this. But I also bought the adapter for the silencerco hybrid to go on this. The only downside I would say so far that I know of with this gun is that the barrel threading was not the ideal threading for me. I wish they would have been able to do like 5/8 by 24 or something like that. But instead they went with the 45 ACP pistol threading, and I can't remember what that one is. But anyways, that's what they chose to use. So I had
different
to spend
from what you're used to using, what you prefer.
Well, it just means you have to buy another adapter, which costs like $100. So
yeah, that's
kind of sucky. I mean, I'd like to just have a 5/8 is like that's what everything is. My 45-70, my 458 SOCOM. I mean, I got all these different things. The 30 cals are all 5/8 by 24, and so to add another barrel threading to it, it's just kind of a bummer. But I'm still excited to shoot this guy, take it out and shoot it and lob some lead. So, and I also bought an adapter for my Thompson Center Encore, the little break action.
Right.
And I got a pistol grip that has the adapter for a AR-15 buffer tube. And this one, I'm getting it ready for my 45-70 project. And where I have it's the Minute of Angle base made by Cold Shot LLC. And I'm going to try and lob some 45-70s with my 12-inch Encore barrel. And it is a registered SBR, so I can put a regular stock on there. But I still need to get the AR stock with adjustable height so I can really lob the lead out there. And anyways, so I've been working on that gun also. And I put some money down on this was like predicting the election madness. I put some money down on one of the SIG piston AR-10s. I forget what it's called, but yeah, it's not an AR-10. They're basically a 308 piston gun. So
yeah.
I figured,
which brings you net positive. How many?
Yeah,
guns
so total. If we're not counting air guns, then I'm at like 3.
If you're counting air guns, you're at like 20.
No, if we're counting air guns, then I'm like 7 or something like that. Plus 7.
And the goal was 4. You're going to have to
5, net 5.
Oh, 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in good shape. Hey. And there aren't going to be any guns left by Monday anyway, so.
I keep thinking that. I keep thinking, I've got enough guns. I've got the ones I want. And then I'll just stop in to like see if they have primers, and then I'll get started looking at something, and then they'll have something shiny there that other people don't know they have, or other people don't want, Usually people are after different guns than I am. But
little brother was at Cabela's last night, and they have some 1860 the Colt Army black powder pistols I've been looking for. Every place I was looking online was sold out, and I thought Cabela's was too. And he goes, "No, they got 5 or 6 of them right here." So nice. I may have to run up and grab one of those. Just one for
couple hundred.
Fun gun. It's a fun gun to shoot too.
250.
Yeah.
For the Pieta, you can get different ones. Pietas aren't bad. I don't know. I'll have to look at one and see.
Yeah.
I thought Carl and I could take it, cross country, because it's not technically a gun. It's black powder. But in New York and in all of your gun unfriendly states, you can't have anything.
Fly, yep.
You can't even have a black powder gun.
Huh. Cool. Well, let's move on and just jump into our topic, which obviously we're going to talk about our election results and predictions.
Yay, President Harris! Yay! We voted for.
Who wants to lead us?
Is that what we're not doing? No one's laughing.
I think she's hotter than Michelle.
Well, she's no Hillary for the looks. I'll say that. I mean, talk about.
Cougar. Yeah, whatever.
Stand speechless.
We wore out
I was going to say
jokes last week.
I was going to say cougar in chief. You know what I mean? Now,
well,
how about Iran?
Well, we know Biden's not going to last that long, so that's part one of that. But is anyone really depressed type, disappointed? I know we're all disappointed, but is anyone? I haven't seen any Republicans out crying that they can make a meme out of, screaming in a street, just bawling their eyes out. I haven't seen that yet.
Right.
So, and please don't go do that. We don't need that. We don't need to look like them. There is a dignified way to present ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem I have, I don't know, I've been feeling kind of bummed lately because, it's one thing to lose if it was a fair fight, but if you lose and you think that the other guy cheated the whole time or at the last minute, then that's when it's harder to get over that, because you feel cheated the whole time.
Have you thought about this? Because I know Stan and I have talked about this too. If you think about it, it shouldn't have been that close in the first place that they could cheat. I mean, because you can't fill out millions of ballots on the fly that quick, even though they did stop for how many days. But
it took them a while to fill out those ballots. They had to stop and then kick everybody out. Okay, how many?
We're all pretty much convinced. Yeah, we're all pretty much convinced that did happen, but it shouldn't have been that close that could happen. It should have been a landslide, but apparently there are enough people. They wanted something else, and if that's the state that we're in, okay. I don't think it's as doom and gloom as everyone thinks, though. If you think about it, and this is me trying to be positive on it, but remember back in 2012.
Okay.
2012, it was with huge anti-gun sentiment going on, right? There was this big, huge rise of anti-gun school shootings, and it's just so bad. We need to get rid of them. And everyone kind of picked ourselves up. We stood up and said, "No, we're not doing that." And we were able to fight it back. Now you think about it, with thanks to our wonderful freaks at Antifa that have kind of stiffened the backs of even Democrats, because even they're looking for guns. We all have friends or know someone that is a liberal that has said, "Hey, I can't get a gun. Can you tell me how to get a gun?" Well, why can't I get one right now? And we have to explain the stupid, well, you voted for that in your state, you know that. But that's beside the point. Now they're freaking out, going, well, now I know I need a gun because these Antifa freaks don't care what side you're on. But so we have that on our side.
Do you think that those new liberal gun owners are going to stand up for the Second Amendment? Do you think they're going to stand up for gun rights when it comes down to it? Or are they going to be like, well, no, we need reasonable gun control laws?
I think they will more than they did before. But again, we also have a Republican Senate. So for the next 2 years, we're, at least okay, at least there. And think. Now the courts.
Yeah.
Now,
but now we have the courts in our favor as well. So all of those things that we didn't really have before.
Yeah.
The courts is a huge one. That's something that Stan and I talk about all the time, that if anything that we got from Trump, it was a lot of judges.
Well, and the proof's going to be in the pudding. We won't know until we see what happens. But Roberts has betrayed all of us as far as that goes. He's supposed to have been way more conservative than he is, but he's swung. We can just only hope that the others don't do the same.
Well, but I'm not just talking about the Supreme Court, even the lower courts. I mean, how many judges have been put in during Trump's time? A lot.
Yeah.
So
wow.
I'm just saying it's not one of those things that everyone needs to freak out about. But it also means that it like I said, back in 2012, everyone had to stand up and say something, and contact their local politicians, and raise a.
You guys, are you getting that right now? The emergency, imminent, extreme alert. Yep. Governor Herbert. Hospitalizations and cases growth due to COVID-19 are unsustainable. 9:30, he's going to give us a new mandate on.
We're all going to be
mask wearing
down in quarantine.
Yeah,
except for those of us that are critical,
Herbert,
like Carl and I.
Yeah, Herbert, he's okay with making everybody else shut down and wear masks, but then when he goes to his party, there's video of him not wearing a mask, and he's like shaking hands and hugging people and stuff. Yeah. And it's like, I see how it is.
Because he's a politician, and all politicians are hypocrites, regardless of where they stand.
And the longer they're in it, the dirtier they become.
Yep.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to go back. Yep. So I kind of agree with Carl. I'm not panicked about this new Democratic president. We got to be on our toes. We got to watch, and we got to be concerned, but I'm not panicking either. I have a question for you guys. Do you feel like Trump lost this election based on his politics and what he had accomplished or didn't accomplish as the president? Or do you think he lost this election based on his personality?
Absolutely 100%. I have some friends that voted, I just found out tonight, for Biden, specifically because of the personality. Oh, he's not a good person. He doesn't care. Oh, he's just, a clod. He's not a politician. That's the whole thing. Everybody says, oh, I wish we could take away his Twitter account. That's one of the things. I don't have Twitter, and so I didn't see all that crap. But I'm one of the guys that I love the fact that he wasn't a politician. That's what I like the most about him.
Yeah.
And I wholeheartedly, I'm certain it's not because of policy. I think it's pure personality, and it's immature. In my opinion, it just doesn't make any sense.
And I honestly believe that's largely why Obama got elected initially, and maybe even reelected, is because he was a very outgoing, very well-spoken, and just very polished, and he presented himself very, very well. And Trump was at the other end of that spectrum on every level. So, it's kind of sad that it's a popularity contest, and it has very little to do with politics with a lot of people, which is a shame. Did you guys know? So I didn't even know this. Did you guys know that Trump had 3 nominations for the Nobel Peace Prize?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that? Yeah.
I didn't know
the
until recently.
peace in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Never. Yeah. He's nominated for 3. Probably won't get him because of his personality.
Probably.
But yeah.
Well, what's funny is
Yeah.
they not did Obama get it, like get the Nobel
Yeah.
Peace Prize, and he
right
didn't do
early in his
anything.
Walked in.
presidency. He did
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, but Trump actually has, what was it? Was it 3 or 4 peace deals?
I don't know.
I think it's 4. They got a few more in the Middle East. I
Yeah,
think it's 4 peace
accomplished
deals
things
now.
in the Middle East with peace and stuff like that nobody has ever been able to accomplish.
Well, he sent Jared Kushner in there, and Jared Kushner just absolutely outside the box went around all the traditional stupid, I don't know what you'd call them, the normal stuff, and did original. He just changed it up and somehow got him talking. I don't know. I never thought in my lifetime I'd see that. But
Yeah.
Is it
with
going to
Israel,
last now?
Who knows?
who knows? Who knows?
well, if
I
you,
just, I just missed out on half this conversation, by the way, because we had an Amber Alert, and I found out that cuts out Zoom.
Oh,
Yeah, it did. No, so here now there are more. There's more at stake here too. We are oil producing now. We are plus oil. We don't need the Saudi Arabian oil. We don't need that Middle East oil. And part of that whole peace deal was they had us leveraged because we needed that oil, and so they could do. Those Middle Eastern countries had more power over us, but they don't have that now. And that's a lot to do with Trump. Deregulation, fracking, and we're an oil, the leading oil exporter. It's mind-boggling.
Like in a bottle?
No, yeah. Take your mind, put it in a bottle. It bottles your mind.
So let's get back
Mind
to
bottling.
really
Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
though, that everybody is concerned about. What's going to happen to the price and availability of guns, ammo, and reloading components?
I think it's going to go back down.
Do you? Why?
Yeah, well, because everyone stops freaking out, and it's going to be hard to get.
Why are people going to stop freaking out? We just elected one of the most anti-gun presidential candidates ever.
And
well, again,
Biden's anti-president, anti-gun too.
Yeah, that too.
I talked to Ron.
It's not going to die.
I know. I talked to Ron about this exact same thing. He said, "No, the ammunition producers have told me that we'll never see AR, 5.56 at this price again." I mean, you got to take into effect.
I think prices will go up. I think prices will go up.
But that's just 3% annual inflation. That's just the way it is. So I don't think it'll ever be much lower than what it is right now, ever. Here's
the other problem or aspect that I don't think you're taking into consideration with availability, especially of ammo, because much of the ammo that we get is produced in the U.S. I know not all of it, but a lot of it is. With the COVID-19 spiking and becoming an issue, there's going to be a lot of places shut down. In fact, 9:30, our governor's going to make an announcement. There's a good chance he's going to say businesses are shut down. You're not going to work for the next 2 weeks. That's going to affect availability.
4 months.
And the reason why we had problems to begin with in the summer is because COVID shut everything down at the beginning of the year. Then we started having riots and all the other stuff, and everybody panicked and went and bought everything, but nothing was being produced to replace it. And so we had this massive shortage that we're still on the tail end of that shortage. And I feel like we're going into another shortage with stuff, regardless of politics and everything else that's going on.
Oh, yeah. If no one's working, no one's producing.
Right. So,
I think it's going to be more than just ammo. I think we're going to start seeing shortages in across the board in food and in just anything.
We saw it earlier in the year with a lot of stuff like that.
So buy all the toilet paper is what you're saying.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Or just recycle it. I recycle mine.
I was going to say, install a bidet.
Both sides.
Yes.
Ooh,
that will fix it.
Bidet, mate.
Taco, what's your take on things? What do you think the future's going to hold? Let's say in the next 9 to 10 months. What's it going to look like at the gun shop?
I think it's going to look very scarce in guns and ammo.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I have what I have. And there's not a whole lot that I wish I had, purchased prior to the elections, but
Yeah.
Maybe a couple more AR lowers or something. I don't know. But
And that's where I'm at too. I wish I'd have bought a couple more AR lowers, but because of all the COVID stuff, they were hard to come by and they were getting spendy,
I'm throwing my lowers away. I've got too many. This one's got a flaw on it. It's got a scratch.
They do make great toilet paper.
You guys know
that's what I use for toilet paper. Yes, is lowers.
Taco, I haven't been to Davidson lately, but he had a pretty good supply of lowers there. Have you been there recently?
I haven't been there, but I was thinking about picking up my AR stock for the 4570 up there. But I mean, I don't know.
They've still got a lot of stuff. Like I just ordered a complete upper from Davidson's Friday, I think.
I just did a whole gun except for the lower. I have lowers that I sold to my little brother tonight. Yeah, so they still have the other components. That was a big hesitation, Taco. What's your hesitation?
Well, just I'm not really ready. I mean, I guess I am prepared, but I'm not feeling excited about having another Obama type, shortages and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I like going in and being able to buy whatever I need.
You guys are ruining my positive vibe, that.
Yeah.
Well, so Carl, explain to me why you think things are going to come back in stock and prices are going to go down. And
well, not right away. And again, prices aren't going to go down to what they were, but it will, level back down. It's like Stan said, it does keep going up, and we won't see the prices that we had before. That was the golden age. But there will be a calming eventually. But COVID will affect everything. That's what I'm more worried about. I'm more worried about that than because again, we have a Republican Senate, and hopefully they fight. But it's going to be up to us. And what better than getting President Harris and temporary President Biden in there to rile people up? That's what we've needed, is people to stand back up again. I hate to say it, but the one negative besides Trump's personality was everyone just kind of went, "Oh yeah, he's it made everyone relax."
It's true.
So maybe this is what we needed to get fired up again.
So right now, 9mm ammo, a box of 9mm ammo is going for about $30.
Yeah.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, if you can find it, I suppose. Where can you find it?
Last I heard, I think Davidson's had some.
Gunnys had some.
Discount has it, but nobody will sell you more than a couple of boxes at a time.
And it sells fast.
And yeah, people. Is it going to go higher than that, you think?
It depends. If people
Certainly
want
could.
to go shoot,
people aren't making it, and nobody's shipping it, then yeah, I think things are going to get weird, at least for a little while.
It's going to be tough for a little bit, and then it will normalize. Not back to normal, but it'll go back down. Is what I'm saying.
There's so many external factors that play into it. Once the COVID stuff goes away, assuming that's ever going to happen, that's, I think, playing a bigger factor into things right now than politics.
Yeah. Well, see, Jason, on the one hand, you got nepotism, and on the other hand, you got who knows who. Right, Stan? Is that?
I understand perfectly now. Thank you for clarifying.
All right, we're just about out of time, guys.
Anything else that you guys want to hit on the subject before we sign off?
I'm just saying, this is a good time to get involved. Now, make some noise with your local politicians and bigger. Stand up. This is again.
Yeah.
And this is a call for us to stand up for something.
Yeah. I have one comment, and it's a scientific study that Carl and I have been doing over the last couple of weeks. We're doing a documentary, an actual documentary of how many Biden stickers and signs we saw from here to Boston to Spokane and back to Salt Lake.
Yeah, across the United States.
Okay.
Over the last, 3 weeks?
It's been Trump, like almost all of them.
Huh.
We saw like 5 bumper stickers and 3 signs for Biden, Harris. On the other hand, everywhere you look, Trump signs, and so it just blows me away. As far as at least people willing to demonstrate, what they're into. I really, really don't think anybody's voted for Biden Harris. for any other reason than just the personality, because the passion just wasn't there. I just didn't see it.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, I guess on that sad note,
I know.
Everyone's depressed.
now that we have depressed every listener we have, including the 3 guys in Iraq. Actually, I don't think they're there anymore. I haven't looked. Anyway, thanks for listening. Well, we hope things are better where you are than they are here. And, don't
get out and take someone shooting. Teach them how to use that new gun. Give them some first aid lessons. Make sure they have Band-Aids and tourniquets and when they start shooting.
And a half for every round that they fire off.
Yes. But no, take someone shooting, and maybe we can use this crisis to change people's hearts and minds.
And, I think also don't forget this is an opportunity to practice your dry firing if you don't have the ammo or you're short on it. Maybe invest in some of the laser targets, stuff that makes it fun like that. Just something you can practice inside, work on your technique a little bit. Maybe buy a couple holsters if you can't get the ammo right away. If you know a holster maker, we don't know one, but I'm sure there's some out there. Jason?
I can hook them up with some people.
You know a guy.
I know some guys.
Okay. All right. We're done.
If all you have is one holster, get 2. Yeah.
You need one for both hands.
That's it, yeah.
Okay. Till next week.
Talk to you later.
Be nice, be happy.
Plugged in.
He needs to connect his audio.
What's the universal sign language for plug in your headset?
The old crude me would have said something, but I'm not saying anything.
Plug it in.
I wasn't doing that. I wouldn't do that because that's wrong.
Stan, can you hear us? Stan, can you hear us?